Is anyone here? Hello, 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 hello. I'm just checking something. Mm. Hello. I hope you all are okay. I hope today is a beautiful day for you. Because for me, I'm grateful for this day. Always grateful for God, for His wonderful love upon our lives, for being able to see the sunrise and also sunset is not easy. Being able to be healthy is another day, another beautiful thing, you know. And I'm coming a minute. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see what to go, what to do. All right, let's fix some things here. Today we are going to be discussing about how we can live a happier life, especially in the world of today. And 1 minute, because I would like to share this broadcast. If you can help me to share also, it will be lovely. It will be lovely if you can help me to share this broadcast. And so I'm coming. Just give me some minutes, please. Please help your girl to share the broadcast, and so that others will join. There is love in sharing. Oh, I made a mistake. Can I even adjust to it? Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, let me do that now because I forgot. I really do forgot. Okay, I can even do that later on. I don't really know. I hope you are. Let's see what happens here, because I'm just getting some kind of everything is intact. So hello everyone, and welcome again to this broadcast. We are going to be discussing living a simple lifestyle, a happier lifestyle. And because sometimes I imagine, how do we really live this life? Because the world around us, sometimes we are not even living that happy life because of the circumstances around us. So please, if you are joining, it will be lovely. It will be lovely if you can help us here to share this video to anyone you can share this video to, because I know there are people you can share this video to. I know that. So let me get something clear here. So what do I do then? Thank you for liking the video. I really do appreciate. But I'm trying to fix something here so that we can continue. And I don't really know. There's nothing I know I can do here. To be honest, absolutely, I've done everything I know I can do. So anyway, without wasting much of your time, I really do appreciate this moment, this little time, because I will not be here for more than 1 hour, please. And today I am going to be discussing this. How can we live a happier life in this world? How? There are so many things that when we look at or when we hear, we seem not to be happy. We seem not to feel that happiness in us, because we really want to be happy, but things around us, the circumstances around, are not making it better for us. So what do we do? That is the question. What exactly do we do? Because this is vital. We are talking of our own lives, because I know that when we are happy, in fact, being happy is sometimes we do put it that we are happy when we have this, when we have that. No, that is not real happiness. Real happiness is even when you don't have those things. Those things are the real happiness. So I know it's challenging to feel happy, especially in the world we are living in today. War here and there, conflicts here and there. You keep asking, you think that the world is just that way. No, it's not. It's not that way. You know, a lot of things going on in our lives, and this is all we have. So what do we do? How do we live that happy life? You know, as we constantly switch ourselves from one thing to another, one task to another, working long hours or short hours, or looking after, the family, or even the like I said, the beings, the noise around us, there are a lot of people who will just not allow you to be that happy. So what do you do when you are in this kind of situation? What exactly do you do when you are in this kind of situation? So that is what we are going to be talking more. And if there is anything you would want to share, I would love it. I will be so grateful if you can share your comments or your thought. You can share your thoughts in the comment section. I would love it, because this will help not just me, but also another being watching this, another person watching this, or reading through those comments, because I know people read comments like me. The part I enjoy is the comment section. I'm sorry, but this is reality. But I don't know if you are really hearing me. I want to be sure that someone is hearing me. This is muted. Wait, let me be sure that someone is hearing me. I don't know. Oops. I don't know if you can hear me, but let me do my best. Yeah. You can hear me. Okay. You can hear me. So that's what I want to confirm, because I don't know. It seems like I'm the one. So and like I said, how do you go about it as you live in this world full of conflict everywhere, full of disaster everywhere, war everywhere? Not just conflict in the world generally, but the worst part of it is the conflict between you and yourself, conflict between you and your neighbors, conflict between you and your brothers, conflict with you and the next person beside you. Because if we are to, check this very well, you will notice that things are just happening. A lot of things are just happening. And the worst part is overwhelming. It is really overwhelming, because when you keep thinking about these things, you don't even get better. You don't even get better. So how do we live this lifestyle, a happier life in the world we are living today? How do we live this happier life? This is quite like, we really need to think about this, because I know that when we are happy from the inside, I once in a while, when I was, in fact, sometime in my past, depended my happiness on somebody, on some other people out there. But it's not so. It is not so. I really do learn this, that as I grow, I notice that no, I am to be the one to give myself the happiness that I want. Sometimes you feel like, oh, today is a beautiful day. Let's just relax. Let's just have fun. Let's just feel happy. Even if nothing is happening in your life, just feel happy. The joy you get in it is so much. It's overwhelming that sometimes you're like, oh, really? You don't know you can even give yourself happiness? Yeah, you can. You can give yourself happiness. So that is why, oh, I didn't write my chart. I'm sorry. Oh. So that is why sometimes it's always good to think, give yourself the time. Give yourself the time to be able to be happy. A lot of times, I'm coming, please. All right. A lot of times we, like I said, we depend on others for these things we can give ourselves. It is only us that can be happy, can give ourselves that happiness. No one can give you happiness. You can't give what you don't have. When people don't have happiness in them, there is no way they can give it to you. They can only give you what they have. And when you meet people who are happy, you know. You don't need to be told. You know. So, it is very vital that we learn to give ourselves that happiness. That happiness, we are the one, we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to ourselves. So, all right. We owe that to ourselves. So, in this broadcast, I am going to be briefing and how we can achieve this. Because for me, this is my goal every day. Even if I achieve it, I will do it again and again. I will achieve it again and again. So, this is all I look forward to. Living a happy life, especially in our world. This is our own earth. Because sometimes when I look around how things are happening out, maybe in your workplace or in the neighborhood, in the community, things are just happening and you are like, why you maybe in the community you belong, you hold someone up to this level and maybe something happened on the way, you are disappointed, you are like, oh, I never knew this can be this, like this can happen. No, we are humans. We are bound to do what? To change. That's why the only thing in this world that remains constant is change. So the thing here is, you have to, especially in this world, I keep saying this because we see people every day, we meet people every day in our workplace, in our offices, that's of workplace, in our schools, in our environment, in our neighborhood, maybe in the places you just go to get some things done. You meet people every day. We meet good and nice people. And some things are just happening and you are like, oh, this is really happening. And that thing will be heartbroken to you. You feel very bad. You feel like you want to give up. No. You don't. Give yourself the joy. When people, do you know that there are places you will be? I used to hear this all the time. How some people will just be narrating to me what they see in their workplace. And I'm like, really? And, they lament so much about this. In the community where I stay or where I go to, where I frequently go all the time, places that I have been, I have met with people who are good. I have met good people, but that doesn't mean that I should expect everyone to be the same. You know, things are happening in a way that you feel sad. So how do you make yourself happy when things are going on now? In this kind of thing, how do you make yourself happy? Because this is so vital. Our happiness is what matters. So how do you make yourself happy? If there is a way you think you can make yourself happy that maybe you would like to share, so that others who are watching this video, who are reading through the comment section, will also learn from. Because it's vital when we share our thoughts, our beliefs. I believe when you share your beliefs, you are passing your beliefs through the next generation, because you don't know who will pick it out there. I know somebody needed this today. I don't know who that person is, but I know because my spirit was prompt to do this particular content. My spirit was prompt to talk about it. Happiness, I'm the fan of happiness. Like, seriously, I'm the fan of happiness, and anything that would take my happiness away, no. I rather take that anyway. But that's the truth. That's the truth. Because how are we going to live in a world you are not happy? Because if you are not happy, how can you live? You can't live. You can't. So, in this world we are living in, there are so many ways we can go about it. Because the world we are living in is becoming increasingly complex. That everything you can just I'm like, sometimes I imagine, okay, I don't know, but how do we go about this? Everywhere you look, distractions here and there. No attention, in terms of you can't pay attention on anything. Here and there, noises. And all those things make us less happy. But sometimes we don't confront it. We don't speak it out, because we like to subdue our feelings, which will cost us a lot. When you subdue your feelings, it will cost you a lot. So the point, the thing here is very simple. There are aspects we can live this happy and simple life. Like, be happy for you. Be happy for you. I know that we can make it. You can become happier. Because a lot of things are going on. A lot of things are going on. Sometimes you meet people, you think maybe you are in the same level of, let's put it, you think alike, and sometimes things just happen, and you're like, you know, don't be surprised. One thing I always like to share is that never you become surprised about someone's behavior, someone's attitude, or even the things going on in the world. Because even when, back in the days when Jesus came 2,000 years ago, he also let you know that these things will happen. Brother will betray brother, friend will betray friend. So these things are bound to happen. But what we need to know is that since they are bound to happen, just bear it in mind that it will happen. So when it happens, don't try to kill yourself for it, because I see we do blame ourselves for another person's problem. because we think it hurts us that bad. Yeah, I know, I have that feeling. I felt it in the past. I felt that in the past. When you think, oh, you think this would have happened, that would have happened, and it ends up not happening. What do? No, you don't blame yourself. I know we opened up our hearts to some people, to the people around you, to the community you are in, to the place you are working. You open up to people. That's why the Bible says you should always guide your hearts. Guide your hearts. If you know how you can guide your hearts, please guide it jealously. Jesus, who made that comment, was never stupid making it. No, he knows what will happen ahead. That things, a time will come when people will break your heart. So we are heartbroken because we allowed everything to come in, and that is why we feel that way. But when you guide your hearts jealously, you will definitely see the difference. Not stopping people from coming into your life. People will come into your life, but God, if you know how you can do it, do it. Do it. Another way we can live this life is when we simplify things. You know, sometimes we are the one even who creates this problem for ourselves. Like I said, the world is so too many noise. You turn here, someone will tell you to do that. Someone will tell you, is this way, is that way. You don't even know which one to follow. You don't even know what to follow. So, and all these things are happening because of the quest we want in this life. We want it that bad, and we go for things that are yet to come to you peacefully without you struggling for it. We involved our lives in so many habits just to make sure we are part of it. So, how do we solve that problem? We have to look for solution to solve that problem. Especially in the world today, there are there are so many competition out there, even when you are not supposed to compete. Why all this? Because sometimes when I say these things, I reflect back to how things were happening in people's life. How things, the circumstances that relate to this. A lot is happening that sometimes you are like, okay, let me take a deep breath. There is, in my community, there is one question that was asked. What is it that can make you? In fact, this question touched me that I don't really know exactly, but the Spirit prompts me to say something. And like I said, all this happen, we all face this every day in our lives. There are times we face difficulties. There are times things will go well. There are times we face, different challenges. But to be honest with you, failure is part of success. Sometimes I am happy that some things happened. This is true. Sometimes I feel very, very happy that things are happening that way. It may not be something I love. I will want it to happen, but I'm happy it's happening. You know why? Because it's teaching me something. I'm learning from it. To be honest, in this stage of my life, I am so grateful, super grateful to God for the little insight, because when things are happening in our everyday life and we don't have the time with all the hustle and bustle of life, we just go here, go there, we don't have time. Please, I beg you, for you to debunk your own happiness, because sometimes we don't even know what gives us happiness. Sometimes when things are that way, we can't even think of what is it that gives me that happiness. We can't debunk it because we don't even have the time just to relax for like 30 minutes. Relax and think about ourselves. You know, if we, our own selves, can think of ourselves every day in terms of how can we become happy in the way God himself created it, not the kind of happiness duping one another in order for you to get what you want. That is not happiness, because a lot of people depend their happiness on material things, but those things does not give you happiness. You have all the money in the whole world, you don't have happiness. You are still zero, because happiness is the highest thing you can have, which a lot of us don't have it because of these things, these circumstances, everyday hustle and bustle in our workplace, where sometimes, do you know, some people are just sadists. I'm sorry to say this. I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but to be honest, some people are just sadists. You know why? I don't blame them, because they don't have happiness to give you. Because if they have the happiness, they will give you the happiness. They only shed what they have. That's why when things happen, I laugh over it, but I think through it as well, so that it will help me to know how to help myself and become that thing that I want to be. You know why? No one can help you except you help yourself. No one can help you except you help you. You start by helping yourself, then those people whom God or the universe have programmed to help you become the best you will now come close, because they have seen. It's like an orange, let's say, or an apple. You go to, you were just passing, let's just give this instance, you're just passing and you saw a tree of an apple. You went there, you saw the apple, it's not yet ripe, but you brought it and tried to chew it, and it gives you that sour taste, which is bitter. You throw it away. When it's ripe, whenever you go there and take it, you'll be happy to get more from it. That is exactly how it is. You help yourself by becoming more better for yourself. Then the universe is always there to reward us. But how do you do these things? Still with people around you. Maybe you are with someone you are not, you don't like being around, or you like being around, but something just happened and things change, and it's no longer what you wish to be. It seems like you are stuck there. No, there are ways you can come out from it. I know there are ways you can come out from it. So in living a simplicity life, a happier life, It is very vital. One point I will list you, one point I will give you right away is having less stuff around you. You know, sometimes we think that acquiring this, acquiring that, those things are good though. They are good though. They are very, very good. But if you have those things, you don't have happiness. It still doesn't make sense. Because with those things putting on, you are not still beautiful. The only beautiful thing is when you are happy from inside and out. One thing I would like also to share is, apart from having these less things, because there are ways you can, give yourself this happiness. There are ways you can do that. So apart from, the less stuff, because we like to get this, that. No. And the way you can give yourself this happiness is to think. Just give yourself some minutes to think through and know that thing that will really, really, really give you happiness. And sometimes music, I know everyone, I don't know who hates music. I've not seen someone who says they hate music, listening to music. But to be honest, music is another thing that will help you, apart from maybe those things you are talking about, maybe acquiring those things. No, sitting down somewhere, think through about your life, think what you can be doing, and you feel joyful doing that. But generally, music is I know a lot of people love music, listening to good music. In my own case, the only way I do it is this. In life, like I said, people cannot give you what they don't have. They can only give you what they have from inside. So if they have sadness, I don't really blame them. Why? Because I know circumstances makes them that way. But they can change if they want to. Yeah, they can change. Because a lot of people are going through a lot. You will see someone very happy from home, but when he or she gets to the office, he feels very sad. Then something is wrong somewhere. I don't like being in an area I cannot be happy. No. If you don't want me, good, perfect. I will go my way. But the truth is this: do not let anyone quench that happiness in you. This is why so many times people subdue their feelings. They feel like to speak up. If I talk now, if I speak now, I'll be the bad egg, or I will be that. Who cares? Who cares? People can call you name, but you know what you are. That's the truth. Who cares? If you start living to please people, because let me just keep quiet, let me just subdue, and you subdue that feelings. Those things are the things that create sickness in our lives, create cancer. You see a lot of people with bitterness, even in their sickness, they are still bitter. Circumstances, things going on. You come here, problems here and there. You turn right, problem. You turn left, problem. And you feel like nowhere to run to. You just have to live with it like that. Let me relax, Joe. No. No. Tell yourself you can become happy. Tell yourself. One thing I keep saying is this: when you give yourself that happiness, others will be like, even those, for instance, you are around those who don't want you to be happy, they themselves will be shocked, because they'll be like, what's going on? I thought she was sad. They will become angry because you're happy. But when you become sad, they become happy, because that is what they wanted. So you don't have to give them the opportunity to make you sad. Give yourself that happiness. Give yourself that happiness. Focus on what is important in your life. I keep telling people this. As you grow, we grow every day. The things I knew today were not the things I knew 20 years ago. There are things I knew today, I don't even know it 2 years ago. But we learn every day, we evolve. Are we open to this evolving, to this learning? Because learning is difficult. To be sincere, learning is difficult. But all we need is just to relax. You know why? Even in the spiritual laws, there are times you give yourself just silence. There are times people who want answers from you. You say there is nothing to say. You keep quiet. He's doing a lot of things. He's helping us in so many ways. You know, sometimes I do see a lot of us want to always talk. And I'm like, oh, we really want to talk, but we are not really listening. Because the universe will pay according to how we have done those things. Happiness starts from you looking inward and just relaxing, and start giving yourself that thing you need. It is not selfishness. Sometimes people don't understand it. Unless where it is selfishness is when you go against one another being, another human being, in order to please yourself. That is where it is selfishness. It is not selfishness when you just want your happiness without wronging anyone out there. No. Give yourself the silence you need, the happiness you need. These are part of the spiritual laws. Because nothing that happens in this physical world that has not happened in the spiritual. Spiritual first before physical. But we have to do these things so the universe will be able to unleash the blessings, the good things they have for us. I know the universe has a lot for us. Our Creator has programmed a lot of things for us, but we are just trying to, let me do this, let me do that, and we put ourselves in a mess, in a situation we can't even come out from. So, in order for we to be happy, we really need to take control of these things, of our own selves. Live simple life, because I know that's one way you can get happiness. Don't try to be what you are not, or try to get what you know you can't afford, because a lot of things are happening. People are going helter-skelter just to provide something, just to prove to someone out there. In this world, you have no one to prove to anything. all you can do is to prove to God that indeed you have arrived. Let him do the best he can do in you. That's him only, no other one, only God, your creator, the one who made you who you are, because we are all unique. We all are unique. So in all this is the only way we can give ourselves that happiness. This is the only way we can give ourselves that happiness. So the point here, live simple. Like, get less stuff. Don't try to complicate your life. Have you been around, or have you seen or heard someone maybe telling you to do things you know you don't want to do? And when you don't do that, for instance, you look like you are nothing to the person. No, don't please anyone. That is where we start subduing our own and trying to please people. And the worst part of pleasing people, I don't want to go in depth of that, but the worst part of pleasing people in this life is that even after you have done all those things, they are still never happy. They are still never happy with you. So what's the point of going through things why should I go through that? What for? No. Just be you. If you know your God has created you the way you are, just be you. If you can identify your real you, please just be you. That's the best thing, because he has created us. We are all unique in our ways. If you see yourself the quiet type, there is a reason your creator created you that way. So don't blame yourself. I'm too quiet, self. I don't even know why I can't. You start blaming yourself. No. But when you are quiet because you think someone out there might say, I'm not good enough. I've heard this several times. People find it difficult to speak out, to speak up. Why is this? Let me explain. Why do they find it difficult to speak up? Because they might be seen like maybe they did not phrase the words well, or maybe their language, or maybe their intonation, or maybe their accent. That's accents, yeah. And I'm like, there's nothing I will not see in this world. Whoever does not like you does not like you. And one thing I always want to let you know, that not everyone will like you. If everyone should like you, then you are in trouble. You are in deep trouble. Even the Bible said so. If all men like you, you are in trouble. You are in deep one. So always have it at the back of your mind that not everyone will like you. You might say something, not everyone will like what you say. Even if it is good to their ears, they will still not like it because it's coming from you. Be you. It doesn't, just if you can live this life this way and give yourself that maximum respect, because all these things boils down to when we do not have regard for ourselves, when we do not have respect for ourselves. When I say regard, I mean when we see ourselves as, we'll start calling ourselves names. I'm just a fool. Why will I? Why would you call yourself a fool? God created a full-grown human being like you, and you are calling yourself a fool. No, you're not showing love to yourself either. So be kind to yourself. Be extremely kind to yourself. Tell yourself, I am the best. You know, this is one thing I do. I make sure my children recite this every day. I am the best. There are affirmations. I always tell them, even sometimes I'll tell them, listen. The world out there will never let you become happy. But listen, let me tell you, it is up to you. If you are sad, then you make yourself sad. Like my younger child will always come to me and say, Mommy, and she would tell me that the brother said to her something that she did not like, and she would say, the brother has made her sad. And I would tell her, okay, and what next? I'll say, what next? So she will maybe be expecting me to get angry with the brother. I'll say, no. It's up to you to give yourself the happiness you want. So it's up to you to always give yourself the happiness you want. Make yourself happy. The best thing I do, this is the best thing I always do, is my best. Like, I love it to the highest level. When I know that what I do, you don't like it, or you just want to make me sad, do you know what I do? I tune into my spirit and start singing the sweetest blues or any music that I know that when I start singing from the inward, you will even know it without me saying anything to you. You will see it all over my body. You will know that indeed I'm high. I may not take anything, but that thing alone will make me high. And I unleash this wherever I see that maybe when I'm there, when I do things, you see something faulty or anything, I just give myself that happiness. Because if you keep dwelling on that, you will keep getting sad and sad and sad every day, which doesn't make sense. No. The world, the universe have provided you all you need. Everything is in you. Just search the ones you need that moment. If someone is making you to be fearful, find within you that thing that will give you courage. Find it immediately and tell yourself, this is what you need right now. The universe pays you back in fold of whatsoever you give out. So, sometimes we try to give back that thing that we are being given. Not based on bullying aspect, because when it comes to bullying, I don't support that. If you bully me one day, I'll bully you back. I don't give a damn about it. If I know what you're doing is bullying, I will give it back to you, back to back. I don't care. But I will not go first. I don't do that. I am always on my lane. I'm always on my lane. It's when you come over to my lane, I will now show you that indeed I know what you are talking about or what you are doing. So do not let people treat you less. Give yourself the maximum respect you deserve. Give yourself, because what you give yourself is what the universe will pay you back with. If you give yourself joy, overflow, you see things will be happening around, and people will be like, are you the only one that is always, all the time, you're always happy? And that kind of thing. We all meet people every day. So in this world, we meet people every day. Even things that will not make you to think, they will say things that will make you to think, and you start thinking, why? This was never for this. And you start thinking, maybe you start blaming yourself for that. No, don't. You are only giving what you want. Don't let people treat you less. Don't let people make you sad. You are yourself. Everything you need is inside you. That's what I keep telling you every day. I can't stop saying this. Everything you need is inside you. All you need is just to search inward. Search inward. Give yourself the joy you need in life. Give yourself the happiness. Don't go for less because someone out there doesn't want you to have what you maybe. No. But don't try to, because there are ways people can see these things I'm saying. I don't want you to get it twisted. I'm not encouraging being selfish, trying to get your happiness through someone else. No. What I mean is, when you want to be happy and things around you, situation around you are making it difficult for you, no, just try. I know there are ways you can give yourself the happiness despite the circumstances around you. Yeah, I know there are many ways you can do that. But it's only when we pay attention to the yearning of our souls we can give ourselves these things. But we are not paying attention. We pay attention to the noise around us. That's all I see. We pay attention to the noise around us, and it's affecting us. It's really affecting us. So the simple ways, first of all, think of what is, focus your mind on those things that are most important to you. What is it that are most important to you? Prioritize. Like when it comes to, if it is noise outside, maybe let's say your family, noise in the community, or around you, maybe friends, try to prioritize. Give yourself time. Think and know what exactly you need. Prioritizing will help you to be able to give yourself what you need that moment. Because a lot of things are happening that you are very confused. You don't really know exactly what to do. And in this kind of situation, you feel like, which one do I go first? Sometimes I myself feel this sometimes. Sometimes there are things that we just, there are things that will just, a lot of things will just come together, be complex. And I'm like, which one do I really go first? I want to prioritize something first. But which one? So you look inward and know what your heart is yearning for. What is your heart yearning for? Allow yourself to focus on the most important things. When you have people around you, they'll try to influence you. This is another part that I really do not want to go deep into that. But it's part of what we need to talk about also. They will try to influence you in terms of telling you what to do. And I do see a lot of people who always, they are yes people. I may be part of them, because there are some things I do say yes. But in reality, I do think inward. If that thing is not working, if I think through it and it's not something that will take me to where I'm going to, I'll quit. So I was once that, yes, just for peace to reign. No, for that relationship to continue. You know, a lot of things happen for relationship's sake, and we sacrifice our feelings, and in all these things we end up getting nothing. Because if you are not happy, you have nothing. To be honest, happiness is the only thing that will give you everything you want. When you are happy doing what you love, you see, you will succeed in it, because you'll be focused, you will not be distracted. In fact, when you need something, you know how to get good about it. But when you are not happy doing something, you feel grudgy all the time. You show up at work, maybe the work you don't like, you just be sighing all the time. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. So it's better you just make yourself happy. Go for what you love. Don't think about what people will say. Oh, if I don't do that now, she will say I'm that. He will say I'm this. He will say I'm lazy. He will... Who said so? No one has said so. Even if they said it, you are not that. Don't prove to anyone. That's why we are still... That's another thing that leads into all this mess. Because we try to prove to people that we are this, we are strong, we are that, we can do it, and we can do it. I see a lot of people who work, many hours. I mean many hours in the sense they even some do 2 jobs. But all these things depends on the circumstances around them. You see, you try to please people, yet those people are never pleased. And you end up, you feel like to kill yourself. No, don't commit suicide for nothing. Because for me, all these things are nothing. And we are the one who just puts ourselves into it and makes it to look like there is something in it. No, there is absolutely nothing in it. Just be you. Just be you. Just relax. There is something to benefit when you just give yourself that deep breath and said, okay, now let me just relax. Before, let me say this. Like I said, I once lived that kind of life. I always believed that one must be doing 1 or 2 things. One must be, showing that they are doing something. They are not just idle. And you never have time for anything when you are doing these things. You never have time, not even for yourself. You can't even give yourself 30 minutes. To be honest, there are times in my life when I can't even sit idle. In terms of when I say idle, I mean idle. I can't just sit idle and say I'm doing nothing. No, I can't do that. Let me explain to you so you understand. Because I always feel guilty that when I stay idle, maybe just to relax, that I'm not being effective. There are stages in life that I've come across and I'm like, thank God I knew this. I keep thanking the Creator who made everything possible. I said, thank God I knew this. Until I come across the spiritual book, the 7 spiritual laws. Not the spiritual laws itself, but the 7 spiritual laws. And as I read this book some years back, and I'm like, so I don't even know that I can just give myself like, and then I read that just give yourself and let the universe take charge. You're not being lazy. No. Overdoing things is bad. Let's just be sincere. overdoing things is bad, but when you just give yourself, let's say 30 minutes every morning, 30 minutes in the night, to just give yourself that silence. Just off everything. Silent, total silence, even without your phones, because we are now addicted to this phone of a thing that we can't stay without phone. Keep everything aside and just there for 30 good minutes. Until I read that and I'm like, ooh, oh, I never knew. So what I'm trying to say is that there are things that matters a lot that we may not know, or we may not have come across it. So we should try to give ourselves that thing. If you're, sometimes I'll go and come back after school runs and I'll be like, oof, I'm exhausted, but I still want to do some things. I still want to, and my spirit will tell me, go and have some rest. And I'm like, no, it's too early. It's too early to do this. And I used to do this and I'll say, it's too early, it's too early. So until one day I said, no, you have to. So I just gave myself that time and did exactly that. Give myself that time and just release some, have some little relief. And do you know the beautiful part of this? It will make you, you start thinking of the right things. Because we are too busy with family, the children, the husband, the wife. Oh, how can I? Oh, we are thinking of so many things. Not just that, your family, your parents, your siblings, your friends also. You'll be like thinking, oh, how about this person? And you start all those things. A lot of us commit ourselves in so many activities that we never even have time. I know that family of a thing are the most precious things. But it's good for some time, as at least give yourself at least, let's say one day, let's say 30 minutes. Give yourself 30 minutes a day. If it is not up to 1 hour, 30 minutes is better. Give yourself 30 minutes just to cool your nerves. So, in other words, the excellent way we can live a happier life, a simple lifestyle, without worrying about anything, without thinking so hard. Oh, how do I do this? How do I just slow down? Please, slow down. This life is, you live it once, and make sure you live it to the fullest. As you are living this life, make sure you are living it to the fullest. That you will not have any regrets. Oh, you look back, you say, oh, had I known, I would have done that. Oh, had I known. You start saying, had I known. No. Live every moment. If the universe presents to you some situations that you seem to be overwhelming, that you seem to be challenging, see it as an opportunity to learn. The universe wants you to learn something. That's the first lesson I learned in this country that I came in. Yeah, that's the first lesson I learned. The universe showed me some things that I'm like, oh, really? I never knew. So I allow myself, I always tell the Holy Spirit to be the guide. Always guide me. wherever I go, whatsoever I do, be the driver that drives my life. And whatsoever the Spirit puts me into doing, that's what I do. Like I said, this particular video was not the video I was meant to talk about. I was meant to talk about another thing. But this one was what's prompt. And I'm like, okay, let me just talk, because I believe the Spirit is leading me into, someone needs to hear something like this. Give yourself some time, please. Relax your nerves. Don't let things around you, people around you, to influence you to the level you can't even explain, because sometimes you feel ashamed to share some things. No, it's time to just take a deep breath and ask yourself, what exactly do I really want in life? Because while all these things are happening, is that we never really know what we want in this life. And this is like you going somewhere. You realize you don't even know the way to the place. You started looking for the map. So, and when you don't know where you are going to, you can arrive anywhere. There are so many ways. There are so many ways you can see yourself in here, you can see there, you can meet, like lead yourself anywhere. But you have to have a kind of plan. Where am I going to? What do I want to achieve in life? What exactly will I achieve that will make me become the best me? Go for what will suit you. A lot of people go for money. Money is good. Money is good, but when you go for it the right way, you enjoy it. The people who have gone for it for the wrong in the wrong way are living up to it, because they can tell themselves, they know money is good, but you don't sacrifice your feelings. The God who created you, the creator of your life, knows what you need. Like in the Bible, he says the birds in the air, all the animals flying here and there, do they bother for what they will eat? No, they don't bother for these things, but they still see what to eat. So who are we? We can only do our best by aiming for what we want, but not putting it in the way that it must be like this, it must be like that. No. Also, I learned, because I'm the type that I always want things perfect. Perfect. I don't want it like this. I just want it the correct way. I'm the type. My husband can tell you. He knows very well what I'm talking about. And he will tell me, no, forget about that. But I know it's good for we to do our own part. But then, even when you do all those things still remain the way they are. The universe wants you to learn something. The creator of your life are projecting just a little project in your life just for you to learn. I also remember that he said nothing good lasts forever. So that situation will not last. In case you see yourself in a circumstance that are so overwhelming for you, I want to let you know, I'm just giving you the word of hope, because his word is the word that gives us life and hope. Remember, it will not last long. But I want you to know that that thing is there to teach you something. So, all we need is just to be simple, go for less stuff, acquiring this, acquiring that, having this, having that. At the end, after having all those things, you see, people who are not even bothered about those things will still be happy, and you'll be wondering, why are they happy? They chose happiness. You chose money. So you can't eat money. You can't eat money. There's nothing money can do to you it won't add anything to you. It will only make you, if you have to only make you for the meantime to look good. But the most beautiful thing I know in this world is when you are happy. And that thing that gives you that happiness, that things that brings out your happiness also is your beautiful smile. But you can't smile when you don't have happiness. So your smile is the beauty you wear. I always tell you to always know that the things you are searching for are there. They are right within you. But the problem is that we are looking for it in another way. We are looking for it outside of us. But everything we need is in us. God has bestowed everything. You are searching for fame. You have it in you. All you need is just to start cultivating in yourself. Give yourself what you need. If you need education, you need to improve. You need to improve in your speaking. Fine. Look for ways to improve your skills in speaking. You want to improve your confidence. Look for ways to increase your confidence. You want to improve in anything in life, but you know this is cultivating in you that will bring out the best version of you. Please go for it. Don't sacrifice it for any damn person out there. Because these people we are sacrificing ourselves for don't even care. Don't even care. Even if you try to do everything, they are human like you and I. They will still disappoint you. We are bound to be disappointed, because one thing I always in my whole life bear in mind is for me never to expect much from people. That thing has led me in a situation that it is difficult for you to break my heart. This is true, because I've come to live the life of not caring in terms of what you say. What you say matters in terms of if you are imparting in my life positively. And there are things, because sometimes the universe, this is the way it has been created. The things you need might not come from the people you expect it from. It might come from the less people, the people you never expect to hear such thing from. You know, there are sometimes we might be told that we are this, we are that. We try to make it look like he's just being jealous. She's just being jealous. She doesn't like me. She doesn't like what I got. No. You know, all we need is just to discern through the words that was spoken. Because the Spirit might use someone to tell you what you need at that moment. So nothing happens for nothing. This is the way I see life. And I see life that when people behave the way they behave, I don't get surprised. No, I don't get surprised. So what I do is very simple. What I do is very simple. I just learn from there. If it is a bad situation, maybe a bad thing, something I think like is not right, I learn from it in terms of how you will not even you display it to another, because we relate every day. We meet cycles of people. Like I said, we meet people day and night, and these things happen because when we allow it to happen again, then it means we are not paying attention. We are not learning from the circumstances, because there are situations I know in life right now that people are, there are situations I know right now that things are happening this way, and people will just capitalize on that and bear grudges about it, and still it will still happen again and again and again. It may not be with the same person, but with another person. So it really means the universe is trying to tell us to learn something from this. If you didn't learn it the first time, the situation will present itself again. So, and when it presents itself again, is an opportunity to learn. Learn it again and know, oh, there's something the universe is trying to tell me. There's something the universe is trying to teach me. Let me see. And you learn from it. You will see that situation will not repeat itself because you have learned from it. But when we pay close attention to these things, we also ask ourselves, what exactly do we need? In fact, why did this happen? You know even where the thing is taking you to, because nothing happened for nothing. Something might happen today for you to be able to learn it and be able to apply it in another situation in the next day or in the next week. But it's something you learn. So this is how the universe functions. We meet people every day, and we are like, oh, why this is not this is not that. We always want it the way it is and all those things. No, just give yourself some time. Maybe we'll continue this discussion another day, because we really need to talk deep into this, because like I said, there are so many ways we can live a happier life, and we'll have more stress, because when you leave this, go for little stuff and less stuff in life, go for simple things and try to make yourself happy. Do your best to prioritize what makes you happy. Prioritize the most important things. You will never see yourself sad, because you'll be happy. It's like setting a goal and achieving them, because it's part of setting goals. When you set goals to be happy, you work towards it by trying to go for most important things in your life. Friends might influence you to do this, to do that, and the point is, when you keep doing those things, they are not making you happy. Those things don't give you happiness. You are pleasing someone out there who doesn't even please, who is not even pleased. Because the truth be told, if you go in now into that person's life, you see that all those things you are doing is nothing for him or her. Absolutely. So you trade well. You make the right choices. Go for less stuff. Live simple life. Don't try to, compete with anyone, because or try to prove to anyone. Don't prove anything to anyone, please. You are yourself. You are you. We can't find your thumbprint twice in this world. Only you have your own thumbprint. You are unique. I'm unique. You are unique. I always want you to bear the same mind. So as you are unique, be you. Don't be ashamed of how people will think. Let them think whatsoever they want to think. It doesn't matter. You know why? What matters is when you improve yourself and become the best version of yourself. Then you will not matter to so many. But that moment, please, improve yourself. Do your best to go for what makes you happy. Because when you do these things that makes you happy, you become happier. And happiness might be your name. We might end up calling you happiness, changing your name from that name to happiness. So I have stayed more than I'm supposed to, but this is going higher. Like the spirits, I don't want to quench it. I don't know why, but I don't want to quench it, because just talking about this is, there are a lot of ways. Like I said, you know, I've given you go for less things in life. Don't try to just go for less things. Go for the things that are more important to you. Don't live a life of competition with anyone. And I would also like to give you another one, and that is, you know, how can we make ourselves less stressful and still be more happy? How? Sincere truth here is this: we can achieve these things, but there are ways we can do them. You know, less stress. We are so much stress, including myself. Including myself, because when I say these things, I'm not just saying it you. No. I experience these things also every day of my life. And that's why most of the time I do my best, like, to give myself that 30 minutes. Sometimes in the night I'll just go, like there was a video I was editing yesterday. I started editing this video for a long time. Something happened, I abandoned it and I forgot it. So I then remembered it last week. I said, oh, this week I will edit this video. Oh, there are a lot of things. And I'm like, oh my goodness, where do I start from? And you know how sometimes overwhelming it is. You start a video and it's a long video, to be honest. It's a long video. So as I was I said, okay, I made up my mind. I will even record some videos last week, but I couldn't do that because there are other things that came up. And like I say, I prioritize a lot. So I prioritize the most important things. So I put them, the most important first, then last. So yesterday as I was editing, I told my husband, please, you just have to let me. I will achieve this goal of finishing this video, because I started editing the video. I could not finish, the children running around school runs and all those things. Then yesterday I said to myself, if you don't finish this video, you don't know what you are doing to yourself. So, and I'm like, okay, I will do my best. So I decided, upon everything, I went where all the appointment that I have, I said, even if I come back, I don't care. I must finish the video. And when I finally, after running around, going every appointment that I have, and I came back in the afternoon, I said, am I going to finish this video? Because it's a long video. And the video you have already started long ago editing, sometimes you feel confused. Oh, start afresh. Where did you stop? All those things. Even if you see where you stop, you might see mistake at the back. So I started afresh, trying to, to look through if there are some loopholes. So I had to do those things. Then I managed to finish the video. Ooh, before, I think around 10 or so, 10 or 11, I can't really remember. I said I'm not doing anything. I'm not looking at my phone. I'm not doing absolutely anything. That I'm going to finish this video. And I did. I went to the bed. I couldn't even give myself the 30 minutes. I slept off. As my video was rendering, I forgot I put the video on render. I supposed to come and look at it and know if it is done and off the system and all those things, but I slept off. The next time I got myself was 6 in the morning. And I'm like, this morning, and my video, what happened? Let me go and see if it has finished rendering. And I went there. It has finished, and I said, oh, finally. So why I said this, I feel that same way sometimes. Yeah, we all, like I said, sometimes we feel we are the only one going through this. I used to think like that before, until I get to, when you get to in a community or in a place, you meet with people, you mingle with people, you hear their stories, you see that you're not even alone. You're not the only one. Because sometimes I do feel I'm the only one going through this. So you'll be like blaming your creator, blaming everything around you. No, you are not the only one. I recognized this long ago, that I'm not the only one, and it also helped me in my journey, so of becoming the best version of me. I compete with myself, not with anyone, to become the better me, become better than I was yesterday. Because some people might see you like with your yesterday, like they might see you thinking you were that same person yesterday. No, oh boy, no, oh girl, not that same yesterday. We grow every day. We grow every day. So I evolve. A lot has changed. That sometimes I look at life, I say, yeah, life is worth living. And I want you to tell yourself, I don't know what you go through today. I don't know what you're going through right now. I don't know what you were going through in the past, or what you are still going through, your circumstances. I do not know. But I know that the Creator who led me into saying this have something for you, that you should know that life is worth living. This life you have come out, you will live it to the fullest. Give it to yourself. You deserve the best. You deserve better. Yeah. So another thing, in fact, let me round up, because I have a lot I would have talked on this, but my time has already gone, and I don't really know. I know that you that is watching this is resonating with you. I would love it if you share with me, if you be sharing with me in the comment below what you think, how it has helped you, because there are people who still see themselves in this situation, but it's difficult for them to come out of it. But I don't really know why. They only know, they are the one who can explain to themselves. But you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. Give yourself the time. Take some time to think about yourself. Sometimes I know we all feel this all the time. We all feel this all the time. But you have to know that it is up to you. You give yourself what you want. You give yourself what you want. No one will give it to you. When you don't give yourself what you want, the universe will not present it. That's the truth. the universe will not present you that thing you want, because you're not giving it to yourself. You give, that's part of the law of giving. You give what you want and you receive it in return. Give yourself some love, and you see the universe will present you with people who will love you for who you are, not what you have, or not because you're not doing what I said, or people who will try to influence you to do theirs, not yours. When people influence you to do theirs, what will make them happy, not what will make you happy, then you are still not in the right place. You are still not with the right people. Being with the right people is being with people who, no matter what you do, they are still there for you. They know you, they will ginger you, they will tell you, I know you can do it. They will tell you, I know you can do it, go for it. People who believe in you, people who really value your worth, who know your worth and value it. There are people who know your worth, but they don't value it. They feel like, but they know you want something. You want more than enough. Give it to yourself. Give yourself that happiness. Give yourself that time. Go for less. A lot of us are so crowded with friendship. A lot of friendship, people here and there, front and back. All those things make them confused also, because when you are with people, it depends on the kind of people, because you might be around people who are loving. It's not a bad thing, no. But when you're around people who are, this one is going his way, the other one is going their way, in terms of no one really cares about others. And when things happen in this way, because we know, one is to have that understanding, to know that we all here for the same thing. Yeah, we are going through some things, not because we don't want it. No, it's because the situation has presented itself. So we can't abandon it. We can only do the best to learn from it. What is the universe teaching me about this? What am I supposed to? Why is this situation here? It might be for you, it might be for your neighbor. All the time, the situation we go through sometimes might not just be for us, but it might be for your neighbor through you. It might be for you through your neighbor, or through whoever is around you. So the point I want you to pick here is very clear. To always remember that circumstances, situations doesn't last long. That things will definitely get better. But always learn lessons from every situations that come to you. Make yourself happy. Relax your nerves. Always tell the universe, I'm here to learn. I know this is part of why you brought me here. What is the situation going to teach me? What am I supposed to learn from this situation? Because when we start learning from the things that are happening around us, we'll be awakened to so many things in our lives that we may not even have the idea that's what's happening. That is the truth. That is the truth. So I am going to be ending with it. Remember, you are so precious. I'm ending this video with this. I don't want to take much of your time, but this little one I'm sharing, I know that someone needed this out there. Someone needed this out there. Believe in yourself. Give yourself the value you want, you deserve. Give it to yourself first before any other person. Don't try to please people. Don't try to compete with anyone. No, compete with yourself. In terms of how was I yesterday? Oh, what skills do I need to learn? What knowledge do I need to acquire now? The greatest things we can do for ourselves is just to improve ourselves every day. Maybe in your marriage is lacking behind and you don't even know what. Think through your own self first. You know why? Because sometimes we like to blame the other. The same thing happens when friends, showcase to us some of their little behaviors. We try to blame them. No. See it as a lesson. Oh, really? It can really happen. Like one of my boss will always tell me one day something was about to happen. I was about to do something. Yeah. And I was telling him, maybe I've done that thing already. I think I have done that thing. And as I was trying to, defend myself, and he said, everything starts once. Okay, I wanted to do that thing. And I said, just once. He said, no, everything starts once. So when you start something once, probably you start doing it. So that was the impression I got from him. And I'm like, the first time he said that, I didn't get the word. I didn't get the thing. So the other day, I had to sit down and think about what he said. This was over a decade now. And I sat down. I thought about it. I said, indeed, he was right. Everything starts once. That's why when people start to tell lies, they were not telling lies, but all of a sudden, they start telling lies. They will start doing it. And it started one day, and it has continued. So that thing got me and put in me also another kind of knowledge. I learn every day. I learn from everything. I learn like I can learn from a tree. I can learn from anything, because I know that I'm here to evolve. I meet people every day. I meet the good and bad, those who pretend to be good also, and those who are good, those who are bad, those who, we all. So, but what gives me joy and happiness is that I have found the happiness in me, and I've decided to share it to my world. Whoever doesn't want to get it is their business, not mine. So you give what you have. Always learn to give love. Always learn to give love. But don't let people underrate you. Don't let people disrespect you. Respect yourself first. Then it will be reciprocated. Because that's the way the universe has designed it. That's the way the Creator has designed it. He created the universe, the creator of the universe. Sorry, I keep saying this. The creator of the universe. That's the way he has designed it. And he has made the system to go that way. You give what you get. You get what you give. And when you give people happiness, you get happiness. Learn to give yourself the joy. Start from yourself. Don't start with anyone beside you trying to please people around you. Don't, please. Please yourself first. Make sure. But do not please yourself by getting from people in terms of making another sad in order for you to be happy. No, that is not what I'm talking about. Please yourself without going against any being, any spiritual, physical being around you, both the animal, anything. Just please yourself without hurting anyone. Please yourself. Show yourself some love. You can't get love if you can't show it to yourself. You have to start loving yourself. Because I do see some of us, we do call ourselves names. No, you are not that. You are very beautiful, handsome. The creator of the universe has created you beautiful, has created you handsome, and that is who you are. Even if you don't see it, that is the way I see it. We are all beautiful in our own eyes, in the eyes of our creator. And he has made us perfect that way. So, if you see yourself, you are ugly, you are the one who is painting it that way. But that is not what I see. I see you are very unique. You are very beautiful, handsome, eloquent. You just have to, give yourself. Don't underrate yourself for anything. If people call you names, that is bullying. That is bullying. Don't accept it. Fight for yourself. Fight for yourself. Fight for yourself. That's all I can do. That's all I can say. Fight for yourself, because no one will do it for you. The world out there are not ready to. Some can't even fight for themselves, not to talk of fighting for you. So you give yourself what you want. So if you want that happiness, give it to yourself. And with that, I think I'll be ending this video right now. So thank you so much for staying tuned to this. I didn't program to stay this long, to be honest with you. I only gave myself maximum of 1 hour, but I see that I'm almost clocking 2 hours here. Bear with me for the timing, but the most thing that gives me joy is that you pick something from this video. Even if it is one person that hears this video and apply it in their lives, it will give me joy. You know why? That is why I'm here, to give you happiness, to know that you want more than enough. You want more than gold. Give yourself the joy, happiness you need. Don't get it elsewhere. No one can give you the happiness more than the one you give yourself. So start it from yourself. Then when people start giving you, it will just be addition. But the one you give to yourself, man, is the one you need. Is the main thing. That is what will boost your confidence. That is what will make you more courageous. And that is what will make you stand out. So with this, I'll say thank you for staying to the end of this video. And I'll be grateful if you can share your comments, what resonates with you in this video, in the comments below. I would love it if you share it with me. I'll be so grateful. So thank you, and I'll be seeing you. I'll be doing this live broadcast every week anyway, every Sundays. For now, it's every Sundays. I want to be doing it maybe every Wednesdays or Fridays, but I'm having a little kind of, I'm not really sure. I'm skeptical about it, but I know I will do it. But even if I didn't start it now, I'll still do it in the future. So, but for now, I know it's every Sundays. I will be here. I'm still testing out the timing and so on. I don't really know the actual time that will suit you, but this time suits me as well. But I don't want to go for me. I want to go for you. So the time that will be best for me to be running live here, if you have something to share or maybe come up with something, we'll know how to go about it. So, and if you still want to have something like a collab, maybe we can have you want to share, because for me I believe in sharing my ideas, because I know if I'm going through this thing, or there's something I'm going through, I overcome it, someone out there need to hear it also, because I know there are people who will still come across that something, who will still want to do that, who are still going through that situation. So how do they come out from it? How do they come out from it? So we need to be sharing our experiences. I know I may not be having much, but I know there are people who still have. The little I have is something. But if you want to share, maybe any, we can have a kind of discussion on Zoom, because I do have some of those ones, but not really that much. So we can know how to go about it. Maybe you message me, and we'll know how to go about it. If you are interested in sharing some experiences you have been going through, you think you want someone else to learn from, because we are here to learn. Like I told you, I learn the lessons I learn every day. I can't stop saying them. I can't stop sharing them with you, because I learn every day through things that are not, you can't even imagine it. Because sometimes I say it, it seems like, are you sure this is real? But it's real. It's happening. It's really happening. So the creator of the universe is there for you. He is there for you. He's working everything out for you. Every situation you see yourself, just know that there's a time limit for everything. It doesn't last long. Things would last that long. So without me, I don't want to waste much of your time, to be honest. And I'm so grateful for this time. I thank you for the opportunity, to give me the opportunity to be able to speak to your heart, speak to your soul, to listen to your feelings. Do not subdue it for anything. Do not subdue it for friends. Do not subdue it just to please anyone out there. Don't subdue your spirit. It causes more sickness, more harm than good. Just follow your heart. If your heart leads you to do this, even if it doesn't seem right to you, or even if it doesn't seem not right, even if it doesn't sit well for you, because sometimes there are things our heart will tell us to do and we will not be able to do it. We feel like, are you sure this is what I'm supposed to do? Just follow your heart. Your heart, you will only learn a lesson from there. That's the truth. It's lesson we are here to learn. So there is lesson in every situation, in every circumstances you see yourself. There are lessons we need to learn from them. So anyone you see yourself, don't blame the situation, don't blame God, don't blame people around you, don't blame anyone, don't even blame yourself, but know that the creator of the universe has programmed this world, the universe, the way it functions, that nothing happens for nothing. There must be something, there must be reason why that situation is there. So thank you, and see you on my next video.